Well, hello again, all my fluid art friends. I need to use up some of my Pro-Marine, so I'm going to use my Pro-Marine, and I'm going to use, let me get rid of those yellow lights. I hate those yellow lights above me, but that's, it looks a little bit better to me. I mean, I would like for you guys to tell me, if I should get rid of some lights, change the colors, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to do a heart today with my Pro-Marine, which I'm not going to have a lot of working time with, so this hopefully will be a really quick video. And I got to do the main color red. Okay, hardener. That's why Pro-Marine doesn't have a long working time, which is why I started the camera before I even started mixing. I've had this stuff for about 6 months and I just want to get rid of it. Bring it up to, I'm going to do 6 ounces, which is probably too much for this, but I got coasters handy. Resin never goes to waste. It's too expensive. You always got to do coasters with the leftover resin. I'm gonna do a red background, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of white and red on top of it, kind of like the Dutch pour. I have had success with that before. Come on, any day now. I just want to use this up so I can get rid of these bottles. Please remind me never to buy Pro-Marine again, because I cannot. I'm so spoiled by the Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat with their long working time that I just can't use any other resin now. Well, except for the Stone Coat epoxy, which is what I use on top of my coasters for heat resistance. Okay, it looks like you've got pretty good light. Looks like it's focused. And I've cut out the intro. I thought it was too long. Y'all are probably getting tired of looking at those paintings over and over and over. So I cut those out too, so we'll see. And if you hear little noises, I once again forgot to turn my phone off, so you might hear my notifications. Okay, Pro-Marine is just like Art Resin and Art Coat and Envirotex. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. I'm sure there's others out there that are 1-to-1 ratio too, but I don't know which ones they are, because these are the only ones I've ever used. Anyway, so you mix it really good in your cup. You scrape the sides, you scrape the bottom, you scrape your stick off. I'm using one of my plexiglass mixing sticks. Let me see, yeah. They're not hard to make. If you just get a piece of polyacrylic from the hardware store and cut it into sticks, and then smooth out the edges with a Dremel or sandpaper, and then I also kind of round the corners a little bit. And they are reusable. They will eventually break. I mean, they're not indestructible, all depends on how fast you mix, which once you scrape the sides and you scrape the bottom, you can really get into mixing. I didn't look at my clock, but this is a small amount, so I shouldn't have that much. Okay, let me see. I'm going to do a red background. I know that's, well, no, I'm going to do a white background, and then I'm going to do a couple of reds on top of it. So, because I want to do the Dutch pour, which looks like blown flowers. So we'll see how this looks. I mean, it's only an 8-inch heart. I get these hearts from Michaels. I think it's their own brand. It's called Art Minds. And okay, yeah. Let me scrape the rest of this out, because this is a challenge that I was given today by wait a minute, I'm going to turn this guy upside down. Okay, and I'm going to wipe this off real quick so the resin doesn't harden on the stick. And these are just t-shirt rags I buy. Another money-saving tip: go down to your local thrift store, buy some t-shirt rags. I'm gonna make it a red background. You know that I want to make a red background. Anyway, you go down to your local thrift store and you buy bags of t-shirts that they don't want to sell for whatever reason. Usually it's because they're like too dingy, too dirty, and they just don't want to sell them. Yep, that looks like enough in there, because you can always add more, but you can't take any out, so you want to be careful. And this is the Rust-Oleum that's oil-based. Sorry about that. I have a tendency to knock cans over, so I have a tendency to put the lid on as soon as I'm done. And this is the one that's oil-based, and it sells up really good if you put it down and you put another color over it. So this is going to be my base over the heart. And then I'm going to do okay, I don't know which red to do. I should have had a red out before. I'll just go with this is more of a, well, we'll see. These are colors that I got from China the other day. They're meant for UV resin, but I've had pretty good luck with them in just regular resin. And you don't want to add too much. And they're in a little squeeze bottle, and they're not exactly that easy for me to squeeze. You might have better luck with it. Okay, there's kind of like a pinkish red, and let's do this one too. I don't know, if you just go to a site called AliExpress and put the search term in UV resin, you will find these resins. And they work, to me they work pretty good. This is like a white pearl. Because I'm going to do it like a Dutch pour, but red's going to be the color I use in place of the white. So I don't know how well these are going to work, so we will find out together, won't we? Okay. It's best to mix them really good in the resin, because I noticed that when I put it in there, I don't know if you can see that or not, it kind of went to the bottom. So you want to make sure as you're stirring your color in that you're making sure you get it up from the bottom with your stick so it mixes in to the resin. And that's a pretty white. It's not exactly a white, an opaque white, but it's got a pearl quality to it. Okay, now let's see what this comes out to. This is turning out to be more of a pink. Well, let me mix it up some more. My main color has to be red, but I'm going to put the red base down, and then I'm going to put the colors kind of like down here, and then I'm going to drizzle some more red on top, just like you see that one lady who invented the Dutch pour. I guess you could say she invented it. I don't know what to say about that, to tell you the truth. So I will just keep my opinion to myself about that. Yeah, see, these are kind of really, they're a little bit transparent. So we're going to find out, okay? We're going to find out how it works. Okay, and I can't be dilly-dallying around because Promarine doesn't like to sit for too long. So I'm going to cover it with some red. See, I got a sneaky feeling, I don't know if those are going to get totally lost in there or what. Okay, now I got my alcohol rag. You want to use one of your fingers just to push your red or your base tint, whatever color you're using, all the way up to the edge. It doesn't have to go over the edge. It might, but that's not going to be that big of a deal, because I probably, when I finish this heart off, will paint the sides red to match the base tint. Because it's easier to paint the sides and the back if you need to. Well, I taped off the back, so the back will probably stay white. I'm trying to make sure I get an even layer, because I've been stingy with my resin lately, and I really shouldn't do that. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the little air bubbles in there. You want to turn on your heat gun, and you want to point it away. See how I'm pointing it that way, and my painting's down there, for 5 seconds, which is about the time it takes me to tell you that. Okay, now I'm just going to go over it, and you can see all the little air bubbles disappearing. Okay, now I'm going to do 2 little puddles, because I'm going to blow one that way and one that way. So I'm going to do a puddle of white there and a puddle of white there, and it's probably not dark enough. Oh well. But that's okay, because I need it to be mostly red, so hopefully this works. Now, instead of trying to blow some red back, I'm just going to drizzle some red over it to get it over it. Okay? You don't want to put too much red, because you're going to blow it out over the red too. I did that in another one. Okay, and hopefully, hair dryer time. Where is my hair dryer that I use for resin? I've got 2 hair dryers down here, one for resin, one for alcohol. And of course, I don't think, oh, I see what it is. Okay. Well, wait a minute. I was pushing the wrong one. Okay, now I'm going to blow it up that way. To tell you the truth, it doesn't look like a flower, but it is pretty. It is pretty, I will give it that, you know. I got too much red, but I'm supposed to have mostly red, so let me put a little bit more of this white down right here in the middle and see if I can get some more of this white to go over. I got something. I'll admit that. So, I'm going to do some coasters with it real quick. And then that's probably all she wrote on this, because I don't want it to have to sit in the cup for too long. I should, let me wipe off my hands, I should get rid of some of the air bubbles just to be safe. I don't know if I'll get any cells by using this. You know what? I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Let me put it into my, wipe off all the resin. You always want to wipe underneath. Okay, and then you want to wipe the sides off too, because if there's any dripping down the side, at that moment it'll get underneath. And now I see no dust, no dirt, no air bubbles, so you get to sit right there. It is kind of pretty. It is kind of pretty. Oops, I got a lot of red on there, don't I? Okay, so let me get a couple of coasters. I like to pick up what's ever puddled on the table just by dipping the coaster in it. And of course it's got a little bit of mixture of other stuff in there too, besides the red. Because you don't want to waste even the resin that's dripped off down on the bottom. Okay, I don't have a lot of red left, but I do have the other colors, so I don't know what that's going to do. We'll find out together, won't we? Can you still see? Yes, you can. And it's already starting to get hot in here, so in the cup. And I can already tell it's dripping this way because it's obviously not level. want to give it a little bit, come on here, air gun, or heat gun. I want to give it just a little bit of some bright red. I just wanted to give it a little bit. Now, I don't have anything to really pick up down there, so I'm going to put these two guys down, and I'm going to use this as my base coat. Very sheer pink, it looks like. But that's okay. I don't know if I'll get cells or not. Just want to use up the last of it. Just want to spread it up to the edge so I can get rid of my heat bubbles, and then I can add some of the white on top of it before it settles in the cup. We never know what it's going to do. Okay, well, let me put this on before it settles in the cup. Don't have a whole lot of that left. Okay, now let me see if I can get some bright red in here. And it's already getting really thick, which I'm not happy about, so I'm trying to use the last of it I can. Well, that drops okay. Okay, now so I can see air bubbles. I'm getting rid of them. You want to try to blow from the side to get it to go over. Okay, now I just want to get a little bit of this blown out. Sometimes, like Melody says, simple is best. I do want to get just a little tiny bit more red down here and try to blow it out. Yep, that's, well, I got a lot of the white left, but I don't want any more white in the coaster, so. That's all she wrote. I think my heart turned out pretty red. I might add some gold leafing to it somehow. I still have to do one with the other colors that I did the other day, or yesterday. I'm going to have to say, because you're not going to see this till tomorrow. So I'm going to tell y'all that I really enjoy your company when you come in to watch me do my videos. This is so much fun, and I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate all my new subscribers and my old subscribers. I love the resin right out of all of you, okay? And all I can say now is that I hope to see you in the next video. And let me put this down so I can wipe my gloves off and tell you bye for now.